The three at the buzzer, no good, and Dike-New Hartford, for the first time in school history, are state champions in basketball here in 2021.
Dike-New Hartford goes back-to-back in 2022. Dike-New Hartford goes back-to-back-to-back.
All right, welcome in everybody to Dike-New Hartford as we get ready to see the semifinal round of Region 1 Class 2A tournament, Wolverines and the Cougars from Sumner-Fredericksburg. We'll go through lineups. We'll talk about the game a little bit, how we got here, but I want to start with a couple of announcements. First of all, I want to thank Konken Electric as being our incredible sponsor for tonight. And again, they're the reason why we can actually stream these. Once you hit the postseason, you got to have some sponsors, and these guys, Cody does an excellent job of getting us sponsors. And tonight, it's Konken Electric, so we appreciate it, and we thank them for their support of the Wolverines. And then the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union remind you to practice good sportsmanship at all times. Support your athlete and team positively and enjoy the game. We'll hit another couple of those PSAs here as the night goes on. But, again, Joe Huck here. We go for another game here at home. This will be the last home game of the season for any team. As the boys did drop their game against Hartford last night. And the girls, this will be their last home game before they go on the road. I'm hoping we'll be able to bring you the next round on the road, which would be the game to go to state. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But for tonight, let's talk about the Cougars and the Wolverines. So looking here at the starting lineup for the Cougars who come in, Sumner-Fredericksburg comes in with a 13-10 record, 6-2 in the NICL East. Coach Kevin Bergman, and the starting lineup here for the Cougars tonight. Number 12, Jana Meyer, 5'3", senior guard. Number 22, Adeline Westendorf. And if I screw names up, guys, I apologize. Anybody watching that knows that I screw names up, I do apologize. And she's a 5'5" senior guard. Number 30, Ava Schultz, a 5'8" senior forward. Number 32, Olivia Seahas, a 5'6" senior guard. And number 34, Isabel Elliott, a 6'1" senior center. So that's the five here for the Cougars. 5 seniors getting the start here tonight. Wolverines we played Sumner-Fredericksburg just over a week ago. So it was actually last Thursday that we went up to Sumner and played Sumner-Fredericksburg, girls and boys. Came away with a couple wins. Girls came away with a big win against Sumner. So we'll look for them to come back and have a big game tonight and see how they can close out this home season for 2023-24. So that being said, now let's take a look at your home starters. It's going to be the same 5 we've seen almost all year. Number 3, Jaden Peterson, 5'8" senior forward. Number 13, Peyton Foster, 5'7" freshman guard. Number 15, Maren Bixby, 6' senior guard. Number 23, Maddie Buskell, a 5'7" junior guard. And number 25, Peyton Peterson, a 5'11" senior center. So again, the 5 we've seen, I'm sure we'll see the same rotation here early on, as it's worked all year for the girls, and they come in with a 21-2 record, 8-0 in the NICL Central. Repeat conference champions here by the Wolverines in that NICL Central. One of the things that's been kind of interesting here as we've looked at the brackets is, the winner of this game is going to play the winner of the Appleton-Parkersburg-Jessup game, which is going on at the same time here over in Parkersburg. And I've just been told it sounds like that game will be in Cedar Falls, and I'm going to say probably Cedar Falls High School for that one. So expect that one to be a packed gym for that. Be a couple of close teams, whether it's Appleton-Parkersburg, who is a obvious rival here, or Jessup. 2 teams the Wolverines have played this year, but always tough to get that third one, and you need your scoring to be on. So we'll see here tonight as the Wolverines come out what they're able to do and how quickly they can take advantage of their opportunities here. So let's see. While we got a minute, I'm going to run the, so this will be the Booster Club ad for all of the business sponsors. Again, appreciate everything everybody does for us, allowing us to do the things we do and help give the kids all the advantages and all the experiences they can get here. So we're going to run this ad, and I'll be back on the other side. Welcome back as you see the officials and the captains with the coaches doing the pregame meeting, and we'll be ready to go. Still got about 10 minutes on the warm-up clock here, but talking about the game that was played just a little over a week ago. Again, the final there was 65-23, Wolverines with the victory. Looking at the stats for that game, Peyton Peterson led the way with 21 points and 10 rebounds. Peyton Foster had 11 that night and 5 assists. Maren Bixby had 9 and 5 assists of her own. And Jaden Peterson had 7 points in limited gameplay. She actually came down on her ankle in the first half and missed the rest of the game. So hopefully she's healthy, ready to go tonight. She looked good the other night playing. So we'll see what she can do. So again, those 7 points were all in the first half the other night. And then Maddie Buskell had 4 and 3 rebounds. And then coming off the bench, Izzy Norton came in with 8 points of her own. And Miranda Tyler had 4, and Sylvie Fuller rounded out the scoring with 1. So again, Wolverines really and only committed 3 fouls on the night in a full game. So like we talk about with the Wolverines, they do a good job of that. Let's run down real quick the team stats. So for Sumner-Fredericksburg, they average 48 points a night, give up 41. Shoot 42.2% from the field, 28.6 from behind the arc, 59.3 from the line. They average 29 rebounds a game, 18 of those on the defensive end, 10.5 assists a game, 7.9 steals, only 2.7 blocks, 12.7 turnovers, and 9.4 fouls a game. And in their last 10, they are 6-4. So again, as we talk about where the stats are, Wolverines have the edge in field goal percentage, basically in every one of the shooting percentages. And so let's look at the Wolverines side here real quick. So they are scoring 63 points a game and giving up 31. They're shooting 45% from the field, 30% from the three-point line, 62% from the arc. Average 29.8 rebounds a game. Again, 17 of those on the defensive end, but 12.5 on the offensive end. That's a big one for the Wolverines as they get multiple shots per possession. 15 assists a game, 15.6 steals a game, only 1.6 blocks. Not a lot of blocks. They've had a couple games where they've had 3 or 4, but not really relying on those blocks this year. Really doing a good job of shutting teams down. 11.7 turnovers and really only 7.3 fouls a game. So as we talked about earlier, they only had 3 fouls and 4 turnovers in that game up in Sumner. So they did a really good job of taking care of the ball and not turning it over. So we'll look to see them go tonight and see how they're able to do that and see what they can do here against this Sumner-Fredericksburg team. Again, only saw them a week ago. Both teams have only played one game, or actually, let me take that back. Yes, both teams have only played, or no, Sumner-Fred has played 2. They played Southwind and then played MFL Marmac to get here. They beat MFL Marmac the other night as we played Columbus and beat them. So both teams off wins. Again, Sumner with a couple games in, Wolverines with just 1, but in their home court with their home uniforms, home crowd here. And so we expect we'll see a good outing tonight from the Wolverines. And hopefully something less stressful for the announcer, the play-by-play guy, because he doesn't need any more stress in his life. But as we get set, I'm going to run Okay, so I'm going to run the ad here real quick, and this is the slides that the Booster Club sent me. This is everything that the Booster Club has helped fund as the year's gone on. Again, we talk about how much they give back here, and it's not just sports. It's across the board for all of the community, the school. It really is helpful for all the kids. So let's take a look at that, and Welcome back, everybody. And as we come back, again, we want to give a special shout-out to our sponsor, Konken Electric, tonight. And without them, we don't have an opportunity to do this stream. Our sponsors do a great job of keeping us on the air, especially as we get to postseason when you need to have sponsors to stream. But our sponsors, I think, do an excellent job of really making sure we're able to be on live, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, softball. We're always able to pretty much travel and get on for the postseason game. So we appreciate that. Again, Konken Electric, our sponsor of the night. But as another stat I want to talk about real quick, as we're getting down to 2.5 minutes before the game starts, is from that game in Sumner, the Wolverines had 20 steals on that and 14 assists. And again, those 20 steals, the game got sloppy for a little bit, and the Wolverines were really able to extend that lead. So that's the one thing, and only 4 turnovers. So a 3.5 assist to turnover ratio, which is huge. We look at about 1 being really good, and they were well above that. So we expect to see again that tonight. And we'll look forward to seeing what the girls can do as we come out here and, again, defend our home court. Sorry about that. A little bit of delay here. I'm trying to do 18 things at once, as I always am. But, no, we really look forward here, again, to seeing how this game falls. Like just a week away from a week prior we played up there, and that last game, regular season game of the year, and now to come back and see them again is pretty. It makes it a little bit easier, I think, on our coaching staff, but I know they're also going to stress out on this. So all right, as we get ready to go here, again, as always, I will cut away here and we'll leave the mics on so you guys can catch as much of the intros as you can, and we'll get ready here for DNH basketball hosting Sumner-Fredericksburg here in the semifinal of Region 1 Class 2A postseason basketball.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Dike-New Hartford for tonight's IGHSAU 2A Region 1 semifinal basketball contest between the Sumner-Fredericksburg Cougars and the Dike-New Hartford Wolverines. We would like to remind all in attendance that the Dike-New Hartford Community School District encourages positive sportsmanship and behaviors at all our activities. By being positive about your team and coaches and respecting the decisions of the officials, you enhance the atmosphere of athletics. We expect the fans of both teams to follow that lead with your cheers and behaviors. Have a great time and enjoy tonight's game. And now for the starting lineups. For the away team on the scoreboard, the Sumner-Fredericksburg Cougars. Number 12, a senior, Jana Meyer. Number 22, a senior, Adeline Westendorf. Number 30, a senior, Ava Schultz. Number 32, a senior, Olivia Siak. And number 34, a senior, Isabel Elliott. The head coach of the Cougars is Kevin Bergman. Assistants are Josh Kruger and Lonnie Schultz. And now the starting lineup for the home team on the scoreboard, the Dike-New Hartford Wolverines. Number 3, a school athletics would not be possible. Dike-New Hartford would like to thank them for the work they do and their partnership with high school athletics. Please join us in giving these officials a round of applause for all they do. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please stand. The privilege of this game was made possible by those who have fought and those that continue to fight for the freedoms we enjoy. Let us honor our country and respect their efforts by removing our caps, standing at attention, placing our hands over our hearts as we proudly perform our national anthem. Tonight, the national anthem is being performed by Dike-New Hartford High School vocal students Sam Hertz, Colton DeWall, Mia Huntington, Rush LaRue, Hannah Steppen, and Ada Todd.
All right, back here in Dike as we get ready for Dike-New Hartford basketball against Sumner-Fredericksburg. Again, girls coming in. Coming in 20-2. And seeing a Sumner-Fredericksburg team, same starting lineup that they saw just a week ago. So it's going to be Bixby and Elliott jumping here for their respective teams. Wolverines in not a full defensive set as they've been in the past, but Sumner-Fred is in a defensive tip set here. So here we go. Ball is up, and Bixby wins it back to Peyton Peterson. Peterson going to bring it across. Gets it to Foster. Foster to Bixby. Skipped over to Busco. Busco to Jaden Peterson in the corner. She'll take the three. Off the top of the backboard, it looked like. And rebounded there by Meyer. Meyer quickly goes up to Seahas. She'll take the shot and miss it, but rebounded there by Westendorf. Westendorf out to Meyer. Over to Seahas. Seahas with it. Wolverines in their 2-3 zone. Around to Schultz. Now into Elliott. Elliott puts the ball up. Misses the shot. Rebounded by Jaden Peterson. Peterson going to bring it down court for the Wolverines. Gets it over to Busco. Busco's going to skip it over to Bixby. Bixby going to go back to Busco at the top. To Foster on the wing. Foster back to Busco. Over to Bixby. Into Peyton Peterson. Looks for her sister. Doesn't have it. She'll take the shot from right there and drill it. First bucket of the night. Peyton Peterson. Wolverines lead 2-0, 1 minute in. Wolverines in their press. This caused Sumner-Fred quite a bit of trouble up at, and there again, just a takeaway there by the Wolverines. Quickly up to Foster. Foster going to go into Busco. Busco going to put it up. Misses the shot, but gets fouled. She's going to get 2 free throws off this. And that foul is going to go on number 32, Olivia Seahas, her first, team first in the first period. Busco on the line for 2 free throws. Sets, first shot off the back of the rim and out. She'll get one more. Second shot for Busco. Up and good. So Wolverines up 3-0. They're going to set their press up. Seahas to take it out. Gets it in here to Westendorf. Westendorf back to Seahas, and she's going to get fouled by Foster. Foster just a bad angle on that on that steal attempt. That's going to be her first, team first in the first period. And that will be, we're going to have Seahas taking it out again. Seahas gets it to Meyer. Meyer going to get it up to Elliott. Elliott going to skip it across to Westendorf on the run, and that's taken away by Peyton Peterson. She's coming back down the other way. Out to Bixby, back into Peterson. She's going to get the layup, up and good. Wolverines lead this one 5-0. Ball inbounded here. Now it's with Seahas. Now to Meyer. She's going to get it across with 1 second to go. Up to Elliott. Elliott against Jaden Peterson. Gets the shot up and good. So 5-2 Wolverine lead here with almost right about 6 minutes. Ball skipped over to Peyton Peterson. She'll skip it back to Maren Bixby. Bixby going to take that three. Left it a little bit short and a scramble for it, but not quite gotten to. Jaden Peterson and Peyton Peterson both going for it. And Jaden, I think, hit the end line before she touched it. Izzy Norton is going to check in here for the Wolverines for Maddie Buskell. The normal rotation we see out of the Wolverines. Seahas tries to get it into Meyer, and that one was tipped by Norton. So Norton got the height on Meyer and a little bit longer arms, so we'll see how this defense works. Now it's going to be Westendorf taking it out. She's going to inbound it. She's going to get to Seahas. Wolverines getting their trap. Over to Meyer. Meyer going to bring it up. Kicks it up, looks for Elliott. Off her hand, and Izzy Norton takes it away. Norton to Foster. Foster going to bring it across. Wolverines back on the attack. Foster hands it off to Bixby. Bixby over to Norton. And they throw the skip pass to back to Bixby. Now that one's going to go off of the Cougars, out of bounds to the Wolverines. Bixby to inbound for the Wolverines. Bixby to Foster. Foster right back to her. Down to Jaden Peterson in the corner. Going to skip across to Norton. Norton spotted up in the corner. She takes the three, misses it, but rebounded there by Peyton Peterson. Ball reversed around to Norton. Back to Bixby. Into Peterson. That's Peyton there. She gets the shot up, missed it. Jaden Peterson on the scramble for it. Wolverines scramble. Ball comes out and ends up with Westendorf. Westendorf going to bring it down. Wolverines up 5-2. 5 minutes to go here in the first period. Ball is down here to Seahas. She goes back up to Meyer. Meyer going to kick it around. Ends up with Schultz. Schultz back to Westendorf and then poked away, but it's going to go right back to Meyer. 13 on the shot clock. Meyer comes in, takes the shot, and hits it. Short jumper. She puts it in. Wolverines lead 5-4. Ooh, Foster almost traveled and ends up throwing it away, looking to go into Peyton Peterson. Elliott with the steal. Meyer with it, coming across. Westendorf on the wing. Westendorf to Schultz. Schultz into Elliott. Elliott going to take that shot from the free throw line. Off, rebounded by Jaden Peterson. She's going to push it down court for the Wolverines. She kicks it out. Looked to go to Bixby, but Westendorf did a great job of getting back and getting a hand on it. We're going to have substitutions here. It's going to be number 10, Brielle Volker. She will come in for Westendorf, and Maddie Buskell will come in for Peyton Foster. Bixby to inbound, goes right to Peyton Peterson. Did not get the shot up. She got fouled on the inbound, and that's going to be on Schultz. That's going to be her first, team second of the first quarter. Bixby going to inbound it. She goes into Norton. Norton going to come right back to her, and then back up to Norton on the wing. She'll skip it across to Buskell. Buskell down to Peterson. Skipped across to Bixby. Bixby puts on the deck. Looked to go into Peyton Peterson, who's spaced out, and ends up throwing it away to Schultz. Meyer with it. She goes up quickly to Seahas. Seahas going to skip it across. Gets it over there to Volker. Volker tries to go back to Seahas. Threw it a little high and out of bounds. Be Wolverine basketball. Wolverines lead this one 5-4. 3:52 to go here in the first. This, unfortunately, has been a kind of something the Wolverines have done a lot of here lately, is get off to a little bit of a slow start. And then as their pressure ramps up and they get going, they'll spread it out. But ball in, look to go into Peyton Peterson. She gets it to her sister, Jaden. She'll get it up and in. Bucket there by Jaden Peterson. 7-4, Wolverine lead. Ball quickly across here. Schultz with it. Gets it to Meyer. Meyer going to go into Elliott. Elliott gets a shot up and in. Elliott had 14 points the other night against the Wolverines. Has been a problem for us inside. Busko will bring it across. Busko gets it to Norton. Norton left alone. Back to Busko. Back out to Norton. She gets it to Peyton Peterson. Peyton out to Busko. Busko with the drive, and that's going to be tipped out of bounds. It will be Wolverine basketball with 16 seconds on the shot clock. Bixby to take it out. Wolverines in that flat set. Go right into Peyton Peterson. She gets a shot up, tipped out, and right to Maren Bixby, who rotates it to Norton. Norton from up top. She drills it. Net barely moved on that one, folks. She got that one right down the middle. Ball in here now with Volker. Now she gets it to Meyer. Meyer going to bring it across. She's looking up to Elliott. Elliott, who got down court, got position but couldn't make it. Rebounded by Peyton Peterson. She's got it. She kicks it over to Busko. Busko brings it across. Ball to Norton. Norton down to Jaden Peterson. Skipped over here. Bixby and Busko both going for it. Into Peyton Peterson. She puts it on the deck. Out to her sister Jaden. She'll spot up. And she'll hit, a 2. They say her toe was on the line. Just a 2. Wolverines up 12-6. Ball in here to Volker. She gets it to Seahas. Seahas looking to do something with it. Gets it to Volker. Volker going to get it across. Gets it out here to Schultz, and she has it blocked by Maddie Busko. Coming in here for the Wolverines will be number 53, Miranda Tyler, in for Jaden Peterson. So Seahas taking it out. Gets it to Volker. Volker squares it up. She goes down baseline. Tried to go through the middle, and it got tipped away, but right to Meyer. Meyer over to Seahas. She's going to take the 3 from the wing. And that ball is knocked out of bounds by Busko. So coming in here will be Peyton Foster coming in for Maddie Busko. Year 5 on the floor for the Wolverines. Norton, Foster, Bixby, Peyton Peterson, and Tyler. Ball is skipped in here to Meyer. Goes right back to Seahas. Goes into Elliott and challenged by the Wolverines. And that's going to be a jump ball. And that's going to be Sumner-Fredericksburg's ball on the jump, as Miranda Tyler tied up Elliott on that out of bounds play, or on that rebound. Ball quickly in here. Seahas goes into Volker. Volker's going to shoot that 3 right away. Missed it and got her. She almost got her own rebound, but it goes off of Foster and out of bounds. It'll be Sumner-Fred ball. 1:36 to go here in the first. Wolverines leading 12-6. Ball into Elliott. Elliott up to Volker. Volker going to take that 3, blocked by Bixby, but Schultz goes over and gets it. She looks to go inside. Elliott with it. She misses that layup, and that ball, she tries to save it, but it goes right to Izzy Norton. Norton going to skip it up to Foster. Foster looks for Peyton Peterson on the run. She's going to get that shot to go, and that's going to be the first foul on Elliott. Her first foul, team's 3rd. Peterson going to get a chance for the 3-point play. Coming in here for the Wolverines, Busko and Sylvie Fuller, number 31, and Westendorf back in here for the Cougars. Jaden Peterson on the side. Peyton's shot left it short. Rebounded by Fuller. Fuller gives it to Peyton. Peyton gets a shot up, and she puts it in. So Wolverines up 16-6 here as we get down to a minute to go in the first. Ball with Seahas. Gets it to Westendorf. Westendorf going to take the shot from the free throw line. Missed it. Scramble for the rebound. Peyton Peterson going after it. She and Seahas going after it. Peyton Peterson gets on the floor. Jaden's going to come in for Peyton. So it'll be Jaden, Miranda Tyler, Foster, Fuller, and Busko in the lineup here for the Wolverines. Ball is around to Westendorf. Westendorf to Seahas up top. Seahas to Volker. Volker, pass fake, puts it on the deck. Ball ends up getting kicked over to Seahas. She'll take a little runner, and she's going to hit that as we go under 40 seconds. So Foster with it. Foster over to Jaden Peterson. She goes on the attack. And she has that one blocked out of bounds. And Maren Bixby going to come back in here for Sylvie Fuller. So Bixby going to take it out. 29.4 to go on the game clock and 24 seconds on the shot clock. Bixby into Tyler. Tyler to Foster. They're going to look for Bixby back in the corner. Not there. She skips it to Jaden Peterson, who puts it on the deck and attacks. She puts it up, gets her own rebound. Back up. Tyler with the rebound. She gets it back up and puts it in. Wolverines 2 offensive rebounds on that possession. Tyler ends up finishing it off with a bucket. 9 seconds to go, and it is in Seahawks' hands. She gets it to Meyer. Meyer looks to go up, and that is going to be off of Volker's hands. Tyler did a good job of not touching it. Coming in here for the Cougars is number 24, Alexa Bowman. And Peyton Peterson going to come in for Miranda Tyler. Again, Miranda, a good job of not touching that basketball as it went off of Volker's hands. Quickly quickly to Peyton Peterson. She ends up throwing it away to Elliott, and that's going to end your quarter, folks. Wolverines end this first quarter up 18-8. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back after this.
How can you become a Wolverine superfan?
With your Wolverine Pride debit card from People's Savings Bank.
Every time we swipe the Wolverine Pride debit card,
People's Savings Bank gives 6 cents back to D&H schools. That added up to almost $2,000 this past year.
Get your Wolverine Pride debit card today. Roll blue.
All right, back here for the second quarter of action. Wolverines lead this one 18-8. Again, a little bit of a slow start by the Wolverines, but pressure and turnovers and able to get some rebounds and easy buckets. So we'll look here to get on again. Coming out, it's going to be Wolverine basketball coming out, as there was the one jump ball there in the first quarter. So on the floor for the Wolverines is Bixby, Foster, Buskell, Peyton, and Jaden Peterson. On for the Cougars is Meyer, Volker, Westendorf, Elliott, and Bowman. Ball out to Bixby. She's going to take the three off the back of the rim, and that one tipped out by Elliott as Jaden Peterson had a pretty good position on her, and she reached over top and tipped it out of bounds. Wolverine basketball, 35 on the shot clock. So Jaden Peterson going to take it out, gets it to Bixby. Bixby looked to go right back in her, and Elliott tipped it away. So ball quickly with Sumner-Fredericksburg. Here comes Meyer out to Volker. Volker, little shorter, stepped in off the three. Rebounded by Peyton Peterson. Peterson bringing it back down. She holds it up, gets it to Foster. Foster over to Buskell. Buskell into Jaden Peterson. Tried to get it to Peyton. Ends up with Peyton Foster. Jaden with it, drives around, gets the shot blocked by Elliott, and then takes it away from Elliott. And gets a rebound, gets the shot to go back up and in. A great job of Jaden Peterson just staying with it. So it's going to be Volker with it. She's going to go to Westendorf. And we've got to travel on Westendorf before she put the ball on the deck. That's going to bring Schultz back in here for the Cougars, as she is going to come in for Westendorf. Looks like almost a little bit of a 3-2 or a 1-2-2 look here by the Cougars. Wolverines will look to attack it. Foster to Buskell. Buskell going to look for Bixby. Skipped over to Jaden Peterson. She skips it across to Foster. Foster back to Bixby. Bixby goes into Peyton. Look to go to Jaden, but that one knocked away by Bowman. And Meyer brings it down court. She'll take the shot, gets it blocked, but Elliott with the rebound, and she gets it up and in for the Cougars. It's going to bring the ball back to Foster, bringing it down. Wolverines lead this one 20-10. Some of the passes just haven't quite been there. Ball lobbed up to Peterson. She puts it down the deck, gets it up and in. Good, strong move by Peyton Peterson here. So Cougars bringing it across. Ball with Volker right now. She gets it over to Bowman. Bowman back to Volker. Goes to Meyer. Meyer puts it on the deck. Gets the shot up and missed it, but rebounded by Bixby, who brings it across for the Wolverines. She goes to Peyton Peterson. Peterson in strong, gets a shot up, rebounded there by Elliott. And Jaden Peterson takes it away again. Peterson to Foster. Foster gets a shot up and blocked by Elliott, and she's got it again. Jaden Peterson, a couple of steals right off that rebound. Volker with it, and we're going to have a timeout, a 30-second timeout here by the Cougars. Olivia Seahas will come in for the Cougars. And I believe Izzy Norton checked in for the Wolverines as well. First horn runs, and we're going to get ready to go here. As, again, it'll be Cougars basketball on the side. As the Wolverines, again, yes, Izzy Norton is in for Maddie Busco. The normal rotation that we see out of the Wolverines. All right, so it's going to be Cougar basketball on the side. As we get ready, it'll be Seahas to inbound it. Meyer up top. Wolverines in that 2-3 zone. Meyer over to Bowman. Bowman going to go to Meyer in the corner. Meyer going to take that three. Left it short. Rebounded by Foster. Foster on the push. Looks up to Bixby up top. Bixby pitches it out to Peterson. Back to Bixby in the corner. Off the back of the rim. And a scramble for the ball. Bowman comes away with it. She was battling both Peyton Peterson and Norton. Meyer with it coming across. She skips it out there to Seahas. Seahas going to spot up for three. And she hits it. That's a couple she's taken tonight. That's the first one she's gotten. Ball to Norton. Wolverines again looking to attack here. Now it looks more like a 2-3. Ball into Jaden Peterson. She's going to go out to Foster. Then Norton around to Foster. Back to Norton, into Jaden. Jaden on the move, spins. Up and in, gets that roll. Jaden Peterson, another bucket for her. Here comes Meyer coming back with it. Wolverines have moved back to about a three-quarter court press. Gets it to Bowman. Bowman up to Seahas. Seahas out on the corner. She looks to go to Elliott. Elliott gets it up and in. Went to the backside of the rim. Wolverines lead this one 24-15. 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Foster into Jaden Peterson. Peterson puts it on the deck. Pulls up, hits the bucket. Seahas had to honor Bixby on the block, so that allowed Jaden to get around the corner and put that one up and in. Meyer going to bring it down. Meyer over to Seahas, and that's going to go off her hands and out of bounds. We're going to have Maddie Busco is going to come back in here for Peyton Foster. So it will be Busco, Bixby, Jaden and Peyton Peterson, and Norton on the floor here for the Wolverines. Busco with it, coming across. Busco to Norton. Norton going to go back to Busco. Busco going to go right into Peyton Peterson. She's going to get the shot up, and she's going to get a foul. And if that's on Schultz, that's her second. It is on Schultz. That is her second, first of the second quarter for either team. Peterson going to get 2 free throws. Peterson's first free throw is up and good. Gets one more. Second one off the rim. Tipped away by Jaden and almost taken away by Jaden. She ends up coming up with it. Out to Norton on the skip. Norton for three. Off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Meyer. Jaden Peterson right now is just owning the boards. That ball ends up taken by Bixby. She couldn't keep her toe in. She barely caught the line on her way out. So that will be Cougar basketball here. And it will be Bowman taking the ball out for the Cougars. Bowman into Meyer. Wolverines quickly to a trap. Down to Bowman to Seahas. Wolverines get back. Seahas up to Bowman. She skips it across to Meyer. We're going to get a screen by Schultz. Over to Seahas, down to Bowman. Wolverines defense moving really well tonight. Looks to go into Elliott, and she has to try and save it, and it goes right to Bixby. Busco going to bring it down for the Wolverines. Westendorf checking back in here at the next dead ball for the Cougars. Ball to Busco. Busco right into Peterson. Skipped it to Bixby and over here to Norton. Norton on the dribble. Back to Bixby. She's going to put it right up to Peyton Peterson. She's going to take it up strong and get the bucket to go. Peyton Peterson with another bucket in close. This is going to be Meyer bringing it down. Meyer to Seahas. Seahas looks to go to Bowman, and that one gets about to half court. But right to Seahas, now over to Meyer. Meyer with a little short jumper, missed it, but rebounded by Schultz. Schultz dribbles it out, pulls up from the short corner, but rebounded there by Peyton Peterson. Quickly up to Marin Bixby. Bixby attacks Meyer and gets the bucket. Layup for Bixby off of the rebound. And here comes Meyer, going to get it to Bowman. Bowman back to Meyer. Meyer looks to lob it in to Elliott. Elliott up and good. The Wolverines lead this one 31-17 with a minute 52 to go in the first half. Ball around to Bixby. Bixby going to skip it over to Norton. Cougars now packed into a 2-3 zone. Quickly, Jaden Peterson to Peyton Peterson. And we are going to have a foul on Schultz. That's her third, team second of the second period. Coming in for the Wolverines will be number 13, Peyton Foster, and number 53, Miranda Tyler for Izzy Norton and Jaden Peterson. Volker is back in for the Cougars, and Westendorf. Shot there by Foster. Back out on the rebound to Bixby. Bixby, deep three, off, and rebound there by Elliott. Wolverines with their, again, this is the normal rotation we see out of the Wolverines. Volker with it down in the corner. Goes into Elliott. Elliott against Peterson. Gets a shot to go up. Foster brings it down. Minute 10 to go here in the first half. Skipped over to Bixby. Bixby going to go back up to Foster. Now to Buskell. Buskell now over to Tyler. Tyler going to take that three off the rim. Scramble for it, and there I think they're going to get Miranda Tyler on a foul. As that was, she had no doubts about taking it. That is going to be Miranda's first foul, team first of the second period. Seahas going to get it in here to Westendorf. Westendorf going to go to Elliott. Elliott goes right to Meyer with it. Meyer to Volker. Volker with the little jumper, and she gets that. Good press break there by the Cougars. Foster with it. 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball to Bixby. Nobody on her. Bixby will take that three. Misses it, but rebounded by Maddie Buskell. Clock and shot clock almost identical. Peyton Peterson in. Rebounded there by Volker. Meyer with it. Wolverines lead this one by 10. And it looks like the Cougars are going to hold for the last shot of the half. 20 seconds to go. Ball to Seahas. She goes back to Meyer. Meyer around to Volker. Volker going to go back to Meyer. Wolverines continue to move. Seahas going to get that three. Off the rim, missed it, and out to Bixby. Going to bring it. 6 seconds to go in the half. And that ball knocked out of bounds off of Bixby's leg. It's going to go back to the Cougars. Jaden Peterson going to come in for Miranda Tyler as the Cougars will inbound with 2 seconds to go in the first half. Wolverines lead this one by 10. Seahas in quickly to Westendorf, and she's going to hold it, and we're going to go to halftime, folks. So that's your halftime score. Wolverines lead at half, 31-21. We're going to hit we'll do our businesses. Actually, yep, we'll do our businesses first. So Booster Club businesses, we'll do that ad, and we'll be back right after that. All right, welcome back here. We're going to hit the People's Savings Bank ad, and I'll be right back, talk halftime stats.
How can you become a Wolverine superfan?
With your Wolverine Pride debit card from People's Savings Bank.
Every time we swipe the Wolverine Pride debit card,
People's Savings Bank gives 6 cents back to D&H schools. That added up to almost $2,000 this past year.
Get your Wolverine Pride debit card today. Roll blue.
All right, welcome back here, Dike, Iowa, for the halftime here of girls Region 1 semifinal. Wolverines and Cougars. Wolverines lead this one 31-21. Scoring there in that first half. Jaden Peterson with 10, Izzy Norton with 3, Maren Bixby with 2, Maddie Buskell with 1, Peyton Peterson with 13, and Miranda Tyler with 2. Free throws, Maddie Buskell went 1 for 2, Peyton Peterson 1 for 3. So not a lot of free throws shot by the Wolverines, only 5 in that first half. Something that they've usually done a lot of. Jaden Peterson, again, getting a chance to play that whole half, has 10 points. She had 7 when we played up there a week ago. So really done a good job tonight as we get a chance to see this Wolverine team, again, last time at home this year, would have a game on next Wednesday. And I've been told it's in Cedar Falls. And then that would be the game to go to state, and then would look at, after that one, looking to make that run at state for the 4th year in a row. So we will step away. We've got 5:22 left. We're going to step away for the other Booster Club ad, which is, again, all the things that the Booster Club has allowed us to do because of all of your donations and all the help we've gotten from the businesses and the residents here in the Dike-New Hartford school area. So we appreciate everything. And this is just a little bit of what has been able to be done based on your All right, we are back here in Dike as we finish up halftime, get ready to start the second half. Wolverines lead this one 31-21. We talked about it in pregame. Elliott had a 14-point game against the Wolverines. He's got 12 here in the first half. So Wolverines going to look to put a little bit of a clamp on her. Really, where they got a lot of their where they were able to get that lead pushed out was when they were able to go ahead and get some pressure and get some turnovers. They look to see a little bit more pressure out of the Wolverines here in the second half, as I'm sure Coach Dahl's got them keyed up and ready to go. Biggest thing for the Wolverines is going to be that lack of throwing the ball into hands, and just been some passes that have been tipped away. Sumner-Fred doing a great job of getting up into the passing lane. It's something we saw the other night as well by Columbus. So something the Wolverines are going to look to clean up here as we get going and finish off this second half. Again, Wolverines lead this one 31-21 as we go into the third quarter. We'll get ready here to start this third quarter. We're about 20 seconds out. We'll finish this halftime off as both teams are prepared. It's going to be Cougar basketball to start. Out on the floor for the Cougars is number 12, Jana Meyer. I'm going to screw first names up, so we're just going to go last. 32, Seahas. 30, Schultz. 34, Elliott. And 22, Westendorf, the starting five. Starting five out there for the Wolverines. Jaden and Peyton Peterson, Busco, Bixby, and Foster. Seahas with it up top. Cougars in almost a little bit of a weave. Back to Meyer. Meyer going to hand off to Seahas. The Wolverine in that 2-3 zone. That's going to be hard to do anything with that weave against it, unless you can get the Wolverines stretched out and attack the middle. Ball to Seahas on the wing. 11 on the shot clock. Up to Meyer. Meyer going to go back to Seahas. 6 on the shot clock. Ball into Schultz. She'll take that shot. Missed it. Rebounded by Peyton Peterson. Peterson to Foster. Foster brings it across and had it run into by Peyton Peterson, and out of Foster's hands, she was able to get it back. 22 on the shot clock as the Wolverines set their offense. Ball to Peterson. She looks on the attack. Peyton up and missed it, but rebounds her own shot. Gets her rebound, puts it back up in. Peterson and Elliott going to be a battle the rest of the way. Wolverines lead this one 33-21. Ball is up to Westendorf. She has it. And Busco makes an attempt on that pass to Seahas. Wolverines, Westendorf going to lob it up to Elliott. Elliott puts it up and in, as Wolverines were just a little bit out of position there on that 2-3 zone when they made the attempt at that steal. Foster with it. Foster to Bixby. Bixby around to Jaden Peterson. She looks to attack. She's going to look to kick it out there to Foster on a skip pass across, but that one tipped out of bounds. It'll be Wolverine basketball on the side. Maren Bixby going to take this one out as the Wolverines will get set for this out-of-bounds play. Bixby up to Foster. Foster over to Busco. Busco going to skip across. Look for Jaden Peterson, but taken away by Elliott. She just sat back there and waited for it. Meyer with it up quickly to Westendorf. Westendorf is going to travel again. That's the second time she's turned it over with nobody in front of her. Wolverine basketball here coming in will be Izzy Norton for Maddie Busco. Jaden Peterson gets it into Foster. Foster to Norton. Norton going to come back to Foster. Into Peyton Peterson. Puts it on the deck. Attacks against her sister, and she walked. So a turnover back to the Cougars. Seahas going to take it. Wolverines have slid their pressure back to three-quarter court. Still that 2-1-2 press, just, three-quarters. Meyer over to Westendorf. Westendorf back to Meyer. Again, right now staying on that left-hand side with Meyer in the corner. Into Schultz. Now out, reversed out. Westendorf across the top. Takes it to Seahas on the backside. Lobbed up, looking for Elliott, but two Wolverines sandwiched her there, and ball goes off of Bixby and out of bounds. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Cougar basketball underneath their own hoop. Seahas to Elliott. Elliott up to Meyer. Meyer puts the ball on deck, attacks, and gets that little runner. Missed it, tipped away, tipped around, and rebounded there by Westendorf. Westendorf out to Meyer. Meyer over here to Seahas. Going to get a screen from Schultz and then get it to her on the wing. Skipped across here to Meyer. Meyer with it. Meyer puts it on the deck. Again, gets that little short jumper, and this time she gets it to go. So Wolverines lead this one 33-25. Peyton Foster bringing it across for the Wolverines. Into Jaden Peterson. Jaden Peterson with a little short jumper. In and out. Can't quite get it. Westendorf did a good job of boxing her off the boards. Meyer with it, coming across. Meyer out to Seahas. Seahas over to Westendorf up top. Westendorf gets it to Meyer on the wing. Meyer with a screen by Schultz. Skipped around to Westendorf. Westendorf going to take that two. Missed it, rebounded by Jaden Peterson. Wolverines have not looked to run much tonight, and that's something they did really well against Sumner-Fredericksburg a week ago. Ball to Peyton Peterson, into Jaden. She puts on the deck and attacks, and she'll get the bucket. Schultz couldn't do much. She's got 3 fouls. She had to kind of lay off of that one, which is going to make Jaden pretty dangerous inside. Wolverines with a 2-3 zone here. Ball to Seahas, now to Schultz in the corner. She takes one dribble up, and she looks at a 2, but not going to take it. Up to Seahas, and they're going to get Peyton Foster with an arm bar underneath as she was going for that basketball. That is going to be Foster's second, first for the team here in the second period. Volker in for the Cougars for Westendorf. So ball's reversed around to Volker. She's going to take that 3 and drill it as the Cougars cut this lead down to 7. 35-28. Ball is over to Bixby. Bixby going to skip it to Peyton Peterson. Back into Bixby. She's going to get the shot up and in. Good little two-man game there between Bixby and Peyton Peterson. Meyer going to bring it across for the Cougars. Meyer with it. Gets it to Volker. Back up to Seahas. She's going to go right back to Volker with it. Look to go into Elliott, but 2 Wolverines step in front, Bixby and Peyton Peterson. Bixby now has it. She's going to get it to Foster. They're going to set the offense. They're going to go a little bit of 4 out. Quickly into Peyton Peterson, then to Jaden. She looks to go to Bixby and just threw it a little high for Bixby. So that'll be a turnover, and Maddie Busco making the substitution here for Peyton Foster. And we are going to have a full timeout by the Cougars as they will look to talk it over here. All right, we got a full timeout here on the floor. So we are going to stay here, and we will just kind of go through this. So again, the Cougars have been able to push this one all the way down to 7 here in the second half. Wolverines pushed it back out to 9 with that last bucket. But the Cougars, again, it's Elliott with her 14. Volker's got 5. Meyer has 4, and Seahas has got 5. So Seahas and Volker both hit 3s, and really Elliott has just been physical inside with the Wolverines. That was something we saw up at Sumner as well, and the Wolverines were able to put a cap on it. So we'll see what they can do here tonight with her as we get going. But again, Coach Bergman with a quick timeout trying to get the team calmed down. Again, they make a little run, and then the Wolverines are able to put one back on him. So it will be Sumner-Fredericksburg ball down underneath the Wolverines hoop. Volker going to take it out for the Cougars. Volker into Meyer. On the floor for the Wolverines, Jaden and Peyton Peterson, Busco, Norton, and Bixby. Meyer with it. Meyer to Seahas. Wolverines look like they might have gone a little bit of a man here out of the timeout. Good change in defense by Coach Dahl. Volker to Seahas. Seahas guarded by Norton. Ball was tipped away, but right back to Elliott. Volker takes it in against Peyton Peterson. Gets it blocked. Peyton on the run, coming back down. Crosses over and has it get knocked out of bounds by one of the Cougars underneath there. And it might have been Meyer who was back on defense. Bixby going to inbound it for the Wolverines. Wolverines lob it right up to Peyton Peterson. She's going to take it to the right side. Get it blocked out of bounds. Wolverine basketball, 25 on the shot clock, 2:32 to go in the third. Busko into Peyton Peterson. Peterson gets it to Bixby. Bixby gets it to Norton. Volker got on the floor trying to get it around to Busko. Busko going to skip it back over to Norton. 13 on the shot clock. Peyton Peterson with it. 10 on the shot clock. Gets it to Jaden Peterson. 6. Peterson spins in, gets the shot up off the rim. Scramble for the rebound, and she comes away with it. Gets it out to Norton. Norton for 3. Off the back of the rim, tipped by Bixby. Volker had it, but scramble for the ball. Bixby dives for it, and we're going to have a jump ball, which is going to stay with the Wolverines as the Wolverines are getting on the floor here tonight. So Bixby, nope, we're going to change up. Jaden Peterson will inbound it for the Wolverines. Lobbed right to Peyton Peterson. She puts it on the deck, puts it up, misses it, but rebounded by Jaden. Jaden puts it up, misses it, gets it off the rebound, gets to her sister. She's going to hit the bucket, and she's going to get a chance at a three-point play. Great scramble underneath by the Wolverines. That foul is on number 12, Meyer. That will be her first, team first of the third quarter. Peyton Foster checks back in for Izzy Norton here for the Wolverines, and we're going to have Peyton Peterson with 1 shot. Wolverines up 11. Peterson misses it. Again, right now, Wolverines are scrambling on defense, which is what they're going to have to do. Meyer quickly up here to Volker. Volker looked to go in to Elliott, and Jaden Peterson got back in front of it and tipped it out of bounds. So it will be Cougar basketball underneath, and we're going to have Westendorf checking in here for Volker. So Seahas to inbound it. Gets it over here to Schultz. Schultz against Busko, and that one knocked out of bounds off of Schultz. It will be Wolverine basketball as Busko came out, got a hand on it, but it went off Schultz. Ball is inbounded here quickly to Foster. Foster with it. Looks like the Cougars are almost in a 2-3, or I mean, it was a 3-2 earlier. Peterson with it, kicks it out, looked to get it to her sister, but taken by Foster. Foster finds Bixby on a bounce pass, got it by Schultz, and Bixby gets the layup. Great bounce pass by Foster. Meyer quickly here to Westendorf. Westendorf with it, goes back to Meyer. Meyer on the attack, out to Schultz. Wolverines are in a man-to-man. Bixby tips it away, and Peyton Peterson's going to take it coast to coast. And she's going to get that layup as a great job of getting a hand on it by Maren Bixby. Wolverines still in that man-to-man. Came out of it after the timeout. Seahas with it. Gets a screen from Schultz. Wolverines switch on it. Around to Meyer. Meyer going to get a screen from Elliott. And Meyer takes it in. And Peyton Peterson had a hand on it and tipped it, but couldn't quite secure it. Coming in for the Cougars is number 24, Bowman. She's going to come in for Schultz here with 30 seconds to go. Cougar basketball underneath, 12 seconds on the shot clock. Seahas with it. Goes to Westendorf. Out to Meyer. Or out to Elliott. Elliott to Meyer. Meyer will hit that little short jumper from the short corner. So Wolverines lead this one by 13 as we come to 20 seconds. And I think the Wolverines are going to hold for 1 and take this lead at a minimum of 13 into the fourth. Jaden Peterson with it. Crosses over, spins. Out to Maren Bixby. Bixby for 3. Drills it from the corner. Wolverines up 46-30 as we run down. Meyer with it. She'll take the heat from half court and miss it. And that's going to be your lead into the fourth quarter. Wolverines lead this one 46-30 as we'll stay here. We got a couple of reads to do, but we're going to stay here. I need to find a something to play, though, as we're getting ready here. All right, as we hit the fourth quarter, so let's go again. I want to thank our sponsor for tonight, Konken Electric. They're really why we're able to enjoy this stream and why we're able to be here, because without the support of our sponsors, we couldn't stream this. We would have to just not have it, and that's something that we love doing. I love doing it. I've been doing this all year, and it's been fun. Not too awful exciting. Couple exciting moments during the boys' games, but not too much here. So we want to thank Konken Electric again for that. And then also we wanted to state the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Thanks you for support of your local team and student athletics. Statistics show that participation in athletics leads to better performance in the classroom and enhanced leadership skills. Thank you for making a difference in the lives of young women in Iowa. Again, Athletic Union, we appreciate them allowing us to do this. Everybody basically allowing us to be here and bring this game to you. So Westendorf going to inbound it as we start the fourth to Meyer. On the floor, it looks like it's not quite the starters. Wolverine starters are in. They're going back to that weave with Wolverines still playing man. Ball lobbed up to Elliott. Elliott block. Ooh, first blocked by Bixby, but Bixby came through and got the arm, so that's going to be a foul on Martin Bixby. Elliott going to go to the line for 2 free throws. That is Bixby's first, and the first of the fourth quarter by the Wolverines. Again, Wolverines lead this one 46-30. Elliott on the line. Her first shot is good. So Elliott going to get the second free throw. Wolverines by 15 right now. Elliott's second free throw is up and good. Elliott on the year is a 67% free throw shooter. Hit both of those like she's a 90% free throw shooter. Ball to Jaden Peterson. Peterson steps back, pulls a jumper, in and out, and rebounded there by Bowman. So on the floor, it is Seahas, Bowman, Elliott, Meyer, and Westendorf for the Cougars. As it's with Seahas now out on the wing. She'll step back now to Westendorf, around to Meyer. Meyer gets the screen, takes the shot, missed, but rebounded there by Bowman. And we have got a travel on Meyer as they got the ball back, but then a travel. So it will be Wolverine basketball. Foster with it. Foster gets it down to Jaden Peterson. Peterson to her sister. Now around to Busco in the corner. Busco for 3 off the back of the rim, but Martin Bixby's right there. Gets the shot up and the scramble for it picked up by Elliott. Now Meyer going to bring it down for the Cougars. Meyer looks to get it into Elliott, but multiple Wolverines right there. Out to Seahas, and she takes the 3 and misses it. Rebounded there, though, by Bowman, who misses the shot. Gets her own rebound, or Elliott got the rebound and put it up and in. Elliott's had a really good night here tonight for the Cougars. And we have got a timeout, a full timeout by Dike-New Hartford, as we will get ready here. Coach Dahl calling a full timeout as he wants to go through something here, but as I said, Isabel Elliott has really had a great night tonight. She's got 18 points. She's only got 1 foul. And when you're going up against the group that the Wolverines throw on the floor, to only have 1 foul, and I know she's got a couple blocks, she's played really well. She's 4 points better than she was at Sumner when we played up there. Peyton Peterson is on track to get her to be about the same where she was. She probably will end up with a little bit more based on how this fourth quarter goes. And then Jaden Peterson, again, as we stated, only played the first half and really didn't even play the full first half. She got hurt there in the second quarter. But she has got 12 right now with the ability to play. And it's been her rebounding. But the Wolverines have been all over the floor. You've seen multiple people on the floor for the Wolverines. As it will be Wolverine basketball on the side. Bixby to inbound it. On the floor with her is Norton, Jaden and Peyton Peterson, and Foster. Ball is inbounded and around to Norton. Norton with it. She's going to get it to Peyton Peterson. And now the Cougars are in a man. Ball into Jaden Peterson. Misses the first one. Gets it back. Puts it up. Just can't get it. But that, I believe, is going to be the second foul on Meyer. Yep, that is the second foul on Meyer as Jaden Peterson gathers another rebound. Jaden Peterson going to go to the line for 2 free throws. So we'll have some subs. Our first one is up and good. And coming in are going to be number 10, Brielle Volker, and number 30, Ava Schultz. Coming out will be Bowman and Westendorf. Jaden Peterson gets the second free throw here. Shot is up off the back of the rim. Scramble for it, and I think we're going to have a Wolverine foul. It looked like Schultz was in front of everybody. Oh, they're going to get Peyton Peterson with that foul. Her first, team second of the fourth quarter. It will be Meyer with it. Wolverines still in a man, have played man since that timeout in the third. Tipped away by Jaden Peterson. And I can't tell what we're in. Meyer with it. Meyer lobs it up for Elliott. Tipped away by Peyton. And that is going to be a foul on Peyton Foster. Her third, team third in this fourth quarter. Ball looked for Schultz, but taken by Bixby, and we're going to have a sandwich. Bixby gets sandwiched there, so I'm wondering who they're going to put that one on. That's going to be on 10, Volker, her first, team second in the fourth period. Bixby to inbound it, 5:52 to go in the game. Wolverines by 13. To Foster. Foster looks to go into Peyton Peterson. Out to Norton. Norton passes up the three, gets it back to Peyton, and she throws it up to Jaden. Jaden with the layup up and good. Meyer going to bring it down. Wolverines up 49-34. Get it to Volker. Volker quickly into Elliott. Elliott going to turn. Has it tipped away by Jaden Peterson and then out of bounds off Peyton. Jaden, again, her quick hands tonight. She's had a couple of those, probably the third one she's knocked away from Elliott when she's had the ball. So good thing for her tonight. Norton into Schultz. Schultz hands it off to Meyer. Cougars reset. Volker with it. Guarded by Jaden Peterson. Over to Elliott. Guarded by Peyton Peterson. She'll kick it out to Volker. Volker puts it on. Gives it right back to Elliott. Her little turnaround is good. Again, like I said, she's had a good night tonight. She's at 20 points for the Cougars. She's played very well tonight for them. Foster with it. Foster to Bixby. Bixby down to Jaden Peterson. Jaden puts it on the deck. Got it back after she lost it and then was challenged by Schultz and to Meyer. Meyer with it. She's going to come up to Volker. Volker back to Meyer. Meyer to Volker. Volker looks into Elliott. Elliott gets it blocked by Peyton Peterson. Great block there by Peyton Peterson. Slid off of their defensive position and got into position to block that. Coming in here for the Wolverines, Maddie Busco for Peyton Foster. And we've got a 30-second timeout by Sumner-Fredericksburg. So 4:39 to go here in the fourth. Wolverines lead this one 49-36. As I said, currently leading scoring is Elliott for Sumner-Fred. She leads all scorers right now with 20. Peyton Peterson with 19 and Jaden Peterson with 15 closely behind her. So right now, 20 points out of Elliott, which is kind of what you expect out of her, seeing as what she did throughout the year. Wolverines did a good job of kind of closing her down and not really letting her have the ball, but she's done an excellent job of getting after it tonight. So appreciate what she's been doing here for the Cougars. But Wolverines are going to have to find a way to slow her down as we go down the stretch here. So it will be Seahas taking it out. Seahas looking. And a 5-second call. Wolverines man-to-man defense did an excellent job of covering up and not giving anything to Seahas to pass. Busco with it on the floor for the Wolverines. Busco, Bixby, Norton, and the Peterson twins. Ball lobbed up to Peyton Peterson. She looks for Bixby, and that one just taken away by Schultz. Bixby didn't get a clean run at the hoop there. Meyer going to bring it across. Ball to Elliott down in the corner. She puts it on the deck. Bixby steps over to help, and that's going to go out of bounds off Bixby. 23 seconds on the shot clock, but a good job of helping on that baseline drive by Mar and Bixby. So it's going to be Seahas to inbound. Seahas going to throw it over to Elliott. Elliott up top. Went to throw it to Meyer, and that ball goes to Busco. Busco with the steal. Bixby with it, and we're going to have another 30-second timeout here by Coach Dahl. Coach Dahl going to call a 30-second timeout. That will be his second called. Wolverines will have 3 timeouts left. Sumner-Fred with 2 timeouts left. As we reset here, Wolverines with 3 team fouls here in the fourth, and the Cougars with 2. Wolverines lead this one by 13 with 4:06 to go here in the game. First horn is off. The other thing, and it's one of the things I noticed with Coach Dahl, he and I have talked about this throughout the year, that, you know, getting that rotation and giving everybody a quick break, at least in the first half, has been ultra important, especially as we go down the stretch. This game has been very tight. Cougars have battled here tonight, and Elliott has not come off the floor yet. She's played the entire game inside, and as I said, 20 points here already for her. So Bixby with it into Jane Peterson, out to Norton. Norton will spot up for 3 off the rim. She's going to scramble, but she's going to go after the ball, though, and that ball ends up getting into Bixby's hands, and she gets it to Busco. Wolverines will reset. Ball handed to, so it gets around to Bixby in the corner. Bixby going to skip it over to Busco. Busco into Peyton Peterson. Peterson puts it on the deck and attacks, gets it blocked, and ball been rebounded there by number 10, Volker. Wolverine scrambling, trying to keep them back. 27 on the shot. And they get a timeout. They had to take that because that ball was still in the air when it hit 25. That would have been a 10-second call. Something we learned about earlier in the year is if that ball is in the air and hasn't been touched in the front court when that hits 25, that is a 10-second call. It has to be possessed in the front court. So that was a conversation that happened a couple weeks ago when we were away when it happened. And I can't remember if it was at Denver or if it was at Jessup, but one of those 2 games we had that conversation come up. And so, you know, again, something you got to know. It looks like we got a full timeout, so we'll come up with something here. But, again, yeah, Wolverines up 49-36. Sumner-Fred had to take that timeout as the clock was running down. They were almost at 25. So there will be 26 seconds on the shot clock, 3:26 to go in the game. Wolverines with 3 team fouls. Cougars with 2 team fouls. As the Cougars are down to their last timeout, Wolverines still with 3. So Cougars to inbound it. Seahas will go to Meyer. Seahas gets it to Meyer. Meyer going to bring it across. Meyer gets it to Volker. Volker will pull up from the short corner. Missed it, but rebounded there by Seahas. Her shot hangs on the rim and falls off, and Jaden Peterson does get it, but that one is knocked out of Seahas. Seahas knocks it out of Jaden Peterson's hands and off her leg. It's going to go back to the Cougars. Peyton Foster going to check in here for Norton. So the starting 5 on the floor here for the Wolverines. This is something I know in talking with Coach Dahl. He wanted a game like this where the Wolverines had to go full bore. Taken away by Jaden Peterson. She's got it, bringing it down court. Picks it up. Goes to Bixby. Bixby in the corner. Spots up. 3 ball. Good by Maren Bixby from the corner. Wolverines push the lead out 52-36 as we go under 3 minutes. Meyer going to bring it down here. Meyer to Seahas. Seahas into Elliott. Elliott back out to Volker. Volker going to look to go back to Elliott, but Peyton Peterson steps in front, and she's got it. She's going to get it to Busco. Busco with it up top. Now to Foster. Foster over to Bixby. Bixby back up top to Foster. Gets it to Peyton Peterson on the wing. Peterson guarded by Volker. Jaden Peterson guarded by Meyer. Now to Bixby. Back to Jaden Peterson. She looks to attack. Puts on the deck, and Volker steps in. Out to Bixby. Bixby 4-3. Little long, and that's going to be shot clock violation as she did not catch the rim. Wolverines go 35 seconds and just got that shot up with 4 on the clock. Westendorf going to come in for Volker. As Seahas will inbound it to Meyer. Starting 5 on the floor for both teams. Meyer with it. Screen from Schultz. Looks to go up, taken away by Peyton Peterson. Standing just in front of Elliott. So Foster with it. Foster to Peterson. Peterson skipped over to Bixby. Bixby out to Busco, over to Jaden Peterson. She's going to skip it across to Bixby, who's spotting up. She drills another one from the same spot she hit the first one. So Bixby with another big three pushes her total to 15 for the night. Meyer with it. Meyer to Wessendorf. Wessendorf looked to get it across to Seahawks, but taken away by Jane Peterson. She's going to come down court, get the layup, as the Wolverines push this one out to a 21-point lead with 1:13 to go in the game. And Coach Bergman is going to empty his bench. So we have got he's going to call his last timeout just to get his subs in. So here for the Cougars, 000, Grayson Smith. Number 42, Kylie Kruger. Number 24, Bowman. Number 20, I said 24. 40 is Brianna Volker. And Livy Schoonover here on the floor for the Cougars. And I think, actually, nope, I lied. That is not going to be. So it's going to be, I'll run them through here again. It's going to be Schoonover, Kruger, Suko, Volker, Brenna Volker. And I'm missing somebody. Smith. On for the Wolverines is going to be Norton, Sylvie Fuller, Kaylin Meester, Miranda Tyler, and Riley Reichs. Ball up top here with Smith. Smith over to Schoonover. Schoonover up top to Kruger to Suko. Ball's going to get tipped around. That one is going to go off of Kruger's hands and out of bounds. Miranda Tyler to inbound for the Wolverines. She gets it to Sylvie Fuller. 37 seconds to go here in the game. Ball lobbed up to Reichs. Reichs looks to go back to Fuller. Tipped away and taken by Norton to Tyler. Over to Fuller. Fuller looking back up to Norton. Then to Tyler. Reichs with a good spin move inside. Tyler, good attack. Puts it up, and she's going to get that one to go. Miranda Tyler with a good bucket. Good drive and a bucket there for the Wolverines. Smith bringing it across as we go under 7 seconds. Out to Schoonover. Schoonover gets it in to Volker, and that's how we're going to end it, folks. Wolverines win this one 59-36, and we'll move on to Wednesday night, and what I've been told is in Cedar Falls. So if they are in Cedar Falls, it'll either be the winner of the Jessup, AP game. So that game will be at 7 o'clock on Wednesday night, as I am trying to get in here and see if I can get the score of that game, as I don't think I'm not going to be able to get it here as quickly as I would like. I should have had it up and been able to give up these. But, again, tonight, Wolverines come away with the victory, 59-36, and will move their record to 22-2 and play Wednesday night at 7 o'clock in Cedar Falls at Cedar Falls High School against, again, I said that winner of the AP Jessup score. And we're going to see if we can't we'll see if I can't find that score as we're trying to go along here. I should have had it up, and I apologize for that. That was probably not smart of me to not have that thing up and ready to go. So we'll see if we can find it. See if we can't get that for you, as they should be just about done, I would think. So again, okay, so end of three, Appleton Parkersburg led that one 42-24. And so it looks like it's probably going to be Appleton Parkersburg, Dike-New Hartford for the third time this year over in Cedar Falls. So again, definitely a rivalry game that the two teams both travel very well. I expect to see a full house. We will let you know via the school's website and social media. If we're going to be able to stream that or not, I don't know if we're going to be able to stream it. I'm hoping we can get over there and get that one for you guys, as that would be the Wolverines step to state here against, again, a rival. Somebody, well, they played them twice this year, played them down at state in the first round last year. A Appleton-Parkersburg team that so far the Wolverines have played fairly well against, but as Coach Dahl will tell you, I will say it because he's not here, it's hard to beat a team 3 times, and especially when you know what they're going to run, you know what they're going to show you. Now, we'll see if Coach Driscoll and the Falcons are able to come up with something a little different to play to go against the Wolverines, but looks like it's going to be Wolverines-Falcons round 3 in Cedar Falls at 7 o'clock on Wednesday night. So again, if you're around and you want to come up here to DNH to the school, we are going to be hosting on Tuesday night. The night before that game, we will host Appleton-Parkersburg Grundy Center here at Dike in the gym. It should be a great atmosphere for a game. It'll be the next round here of the boys. And then we also, on the 24th, which is Saturday, we will host a sub-state game. And right now it's looking like if Hudson makes it, it will probably be the Hudson sub-state game. So, again, get up here, watch some games. These are going to be those, again, the gym's going to be packed. It's going to be nuts. Both, again, 2 close teams, a rivalry game, and definitely something we look forward to seeing. So, again, Wolverines win tonight. Will go on to play Wednesday night against, it looks like Appleton-Parkersburg will be their opponent in Cedar Falls at Cedar Falls High School. Start game is 7 o'clock. Join us. I'm hoping, again, be aware on social media and on the DNH website. If we're able to stream that game, you'll find out about it there. I'll try and get something out myself. If not, then get out there to Cedar Falls and join us. It should be a great game, should be a great atmosphere for a game. Those 2 teams, again, close, tight games all the way, and I expect nothing less when we go over there and into Cedar Falls. So, that being said, Wolverines come out victorious tonight, come away with a win against Sumner-Fredericksburg in what was a very close game early that they pushed out late. And again, and this being my last home live stream of the year, I appreciate everybody that's watched and listened and helped give feedback. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the heck out of it, and so we'll try and keep improving stream and keep adding things to it. But hopefully we'll talk to you on Wednesday night. If not, and well, whether we do or not, have a great night. Travel safe. Have a great weekend, and we will be back hopefully on the air on Wednesday. If not, we'll let you know if we're going to be able to stream that. Otherwise, have a great night and be safe wherever you go. Travel safe. And this is Joe Huck and signing off for Dike.